Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Manga, etc. And I'm here right now to bring you the review for Toriko Manga chapter 323. And boy, my mind is still blown. Like I'm not even. I think I should like rest. I feel like I went for a jog. Seriously, because that's how amazing this chapter was. Like it's just, oh my gosh. I had to write notes. I had to write notes that I am going to read from because I don't want to miss anything for my review. I wanted everything to be here for my review, and like I know if I tried to do it off the dome, I was going to forget something. So I had to write notes for this one. And the chapter is actually fairly simple. It's just Kaka explaining a lot of things until she gets deaded at the end. So we even probably wanted us to tell us more, but we didn't get to find it out because some guy comes in and kills her off swiftly, and then he just vanishes. So boy, like if my mind is blown from what we just got from this chapter, I think the rest would have put me into like cardiac arrest. I think that's what it's called when you're about to have a heart attack. But anyway, let's go through what we learn in this chapter. And for a lot of it, I'm going to be reading off my iPad, so not my iPad, my iPod. So yeah, you might want to bear with me for a few times, or just stay with me, guys, for this one because it's a lot to digest. I haven't fully digested it yet, but here we go. So the first thing that we are told is literally that for millions of years, since gourmet cells have been put onto this planet, this planet itself has been cooking, and everything. You can basically say all natural disasters, because it's good. What the Kaka goes on to say, all meteors that have struck the planet, volcanic eruptions, ice ages, and including the gourmet solar eclipse. These things have been like the part of the cooking process of this planet. That right there. So every time there was a meteor strike, or just preparing, like cooking, like it's like when you have a food on the stove and you might fry it first, and then you might put it in the oven after, like that kind of. It's like on them kind of things, really. So, but if only we got natural disasters doing that for us. And then we go to Coco. He has a little speech in this episode. He just basically goes on to say, so back in the gourmet cooking competition arc, when he fell into that hole and he like experienced this energy, he says that this energy was like the good taste of the earth coming out at him. And he goes on to say that gourmet cells have been amplifying the taste of this world and also expanding it. But we already knew about this expansion thing. I'm fairly sure we did. And then someone goes on to compare gourmet cells then someone goes on to compare gourmet cells to yeast, like the whole thing of how yeast helps bread expand. Someone goes on to compare it to that, and someone says, should you really be comparing gourmet cells to bread? But yeah. Then we go on to learn. Kaka goes back into the conversation. She goes on to tell us that every few hundred years, this good taste that's seeping out of this planet has become one of the 8 ingredients, and this is referring to Cassia's 4 course, which we actually learn is the world's 4 course. And the originators of this 4 course, like Acacia's 4 course, the world's 4 course, is actually the blue nitro / the red nitro, because the red nitros were slaves to the blue nitro. In this chapter, we also learn like what a nitro is, and a nitro is a physical manifestation of gourmet cells. In other words, it's a monster born from gourmet cells. And Kaka goes on to say that it's similar to all the Gourmet Cell demons that's inside Toriko, Coco, etc. Also in this chapter we learn like what is the goal of the Blue Nitro, what have they been after all this time. And it's not, we find out that they have two goals. The first goal is just, to eat the world. It's like it's cooking as we speak. They just want to eat the world. But the other goal they have is that they want to revive the demon that's inside Acacia. So I think it's safe to assume now that Acacia is alive and kicking. It's just a matter of where is he now, who's he chilling with. Is he with the Blue Nitro? Because we find out later that he's semi-friends with Peer, or is he with Neo, or like is he doing his own thing? Like we don't know that yet, but we can safely assume that he's alive for the most part. We also learned that how in Area 7, like back in the day, that Peer just used to be like the ingredient Peer just used to be there, used to just be constantly flowing out of Area 7 until the Monkey King Bambino, his ancestor, he came and he drank out all of Peer, and that's how Peer started to become like an ingredient that needs to come from the Monkey King's body. So that all started there. Basically, we learned that from Kaka. We also learned like how Acacia met Peer. It was when he was in Area 7 and Peer was trying to like do the capturing process for the Peer, the fruit, Peer, the ingredient, sorry. But he failed in killing someone of the same Gourmet Cell level as him. So he was dying, and Acacia came by, and he was dying from Toriko pollen, the whole pollen thing where you just start crying out all the moisture from your body. So they were both dying at the time, and they came across each other, and they took a bite out of each other. And in essence, that's what saved one another. And we learned that when Peer bit Acacia, he learned about the whole demon that's inside of Acacia. So that might be the reason why the Blue Nitro are after the demon that's inside Acacia. It might have started from when Peer bit Acacia. So that might be the whole fascination of wanting to revive this demon. The last thing that I've noted down that we do learn in this chapter is that when people die, that they're gourmet demons, they become food spirits, and they're just there waiting for a new host, so they can jump into that host and then just wait to revive from there again. And yeah, like I said in the beginning of this review, the chapter ends off Kaka still talking, and I don't know if we can probably assume it's a food spirit because he does say you can't hurt me. So, but this food spirit, he hops in, he kills Kaka, and he just basically tells everyone that's there, don't bother attack, you can't hurt me, come find me in Area 6. And he calls Area 6 the kitchen of the food spirits. So looks like we knew this from last chapter, but it was like it's confirmed now that looks like we're hopping into Area 6 for the next area. And that is the chapter. I've said everything I wanted to say. So let's go into the review. See, my mind is still blown. Let's go into the rating. for this chapter, if you've watched my Welcome to Manga Etc. video, you know that I've been looking for a rating that's above 5-star. And it's time. It's actually time. This gets the above 5-star. I'm going to call it a shooting star. Why it's called a shooting star is because it's going forever. Non-stop. Shooting stars don't stop. They keep flying forever. And this is what this chapter is doing for me. Like, my mind is still racing. I feel out of breath. This is the type of chapter that I've been wanting. I've wanted this rating for, so I'm gonna give this it's getting a shooting star. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on this chapter. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.